Veteran Salute is sponsored by the Devon James Injury Lawyers.
He started flying when he was still a teenager and put his skills to good use in the skies over Southeast Asia. KSN's Hannah Adamson and photojournalist Nick Kiefer share his story on tonight's Veteran Salute.
When he was just 7 years old, Bob Gorey decided he would one day become an Air Force pilot. As a high schooler, he worked at his local airport and traded labor for flight lessons, obtaining his private license when he was only 17. After graduating from college, he joined the Air Force in 1969 with the hopes of becoming a fighter pilot, when one of his instructors gave him a life-changing piece of advice.
One of my instructors had flown 2 tours in Vietnam. One is a fighter pilot and one is a forward air controller. And he told me, he said, you need to be a forward air controller. He said, it's a lot more satisfying and it will mean more to you. And he was right.
It wasn't long after receiving these words of wisdom, Bob Gorey would find himself in Saigon for his first assignment.
I arrived in Vietnam and went to a briefing. And a guy walked in and he said, who wants to volunteer for a top secret mission? And I held up my hand.
That's how Gorey became a forward air controller, the same position his instructor had recommended for a covert air campaign over Cambodia. The mission to spot and stop enemy traffic down the Ho Chi Minh Trail.
I would fly low and slow and talk to the guys on the ground of what they were seeing. And if we found a cache of supply goods or companies of people or whatever it was, then I would call in, get clearance, and put in airstrikes on them.
Many of Gorey's missions in pitch black darkness.
In that part of the world, at night, it is very dark. There are no external lights other than fires on the ground. And so you'd see trucks with their lights dim, but you could see them. And so we would take out a lot of the truck traffic.
In March 1972, Gorey's squadron, called the Sun Dogs, was redirected to take part in the Easter Offensive, the last major offensive of the Vietnam War.
We would take off. We carried 14 white phosphorus smoke rockets. We would put in 14 airstrikes, go back home, put more fuel in, more rockets, and go back. And we did that day in after day.
His squadron supporting a small area surrounded by an estimated 30 to 40,000 enemy soldiers.
This little burg was taking anywhere from 2,000 to 3,000 incoming rounds a day.
The offensive taking a devastating toll.
May the 11th. 1972, lost 4 in a matter of just a couple of hours. We lost about half our squadron.
Gorey would fly 260 mission days during Vietnam. His last 3 to 4 months in country, he averaged 2 flights a day.
Vietnam was probably the most significant part of my life other than the birth of my children. I'm very proud of my service.
Here for you, Hannah Adamson, KSN News 3.
On behalf of Devon James Injury Lawyers, we're honored to recognize this week's veteran, Air Force pilot who served in Vietnam and flew over 1,000 mission hours, Captain Bob Gorey. Captain Gorey, thank you so much for your service.
Well, thanks so much for the recognition. It's quite an honor.
Veteran Salute is sponsored by the Devon James Injury Lawyers.